Good morning. I'm Stephanie Ramirez. Time right now, 4 o'clock on this Thursday, June 18th.
And I'm Sina Gabra-Ab. Thank you for starting your morning with us right here on Fox 5 and streaming on Fox Local. Here's what's happening today.
We have breaking news overnight, a major diplomatic breakthrough in the war with Iran. President Donald Trump declaring that the peace deal to end the 3-month-long war has been signed.
Plus, as summer break starts for students in D.C., another local city implementing a juvenile curfew.
And the humidity returns in full force. Our Fox 5's weather team tracking your outdoor forecast, plus the chances of storms later today. Your news at 5 starts, 4 that is, starts right now. I get excited. We're moving through the week, almost that Friday. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. I did get caught in some droplets on my way in this morning. Did y'all as well?
Yeah. On the vehicle, on the car.
On the vehicle,
but it's slowed down, so it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I know, right? Is it raining? Is it not raining? But we do have some showers out there this morning. They're very limited. Today we'll at least have the chance for maybe a couple of showers and eventually maybe some strong storms. It will be hot and humid outside of that, so I think today will be kind of the hottest day of the entire week. Should certainly be more humid than what we have dealt with as well. And then, of course, we'll be watching the chance for those storms, too. Let's talk about those showers rolling through right now. You can see they're very limited, just a brief shot that we got, but we have additional energy and moisture off towards our north and west. That's what we'll watch for the rest of the day. So, of course, we'll talk more about that, plus a look ahead to that 7-day coming up. Ladies?
Signed it.
All right, you heard it there. President Donald Trump saying he already signed the Iran deal. The president did so at the Palace of Versailles in France at the end of his G7 summit trip. Iranian state media later posting an image of their president holding up the deal with his signature and the president's agreement. Now, this ends the war on all fronts. That includes Iran must destroy its enriched uranium and restore the Strait of Hormuz traffic within 30 days. There's also a deal to negotiate a nuclear deal within 60 days. The president later said, quote, "If it doesn't get done in 60 days, we go back to bombing."
And now turning to breaking news, officers responding to a deadly hit and run in Fairfax County. They say a man was hit by 2 cars at Richmond Highway and Fort Hunt Road. This is overnight. Police say that second car involved did not stay on the scene, so now they're trying to identify that driver. Northbound Richmond Highway still closed for now at Fort Hunt Road. And now to the latest numbers from D.C.'s primary on Tuesday.
Yeah, several races still haven't been called yet. That includes the Democratic nomination for D.C. mayor, with nearly 3/4 of the vote counted. Janice Lewis-George appears to be first choice of 53% of voters. Kenyon McDuffie is second with 36% of the vote. Lewis-George hasn't claimed victory, and McDuffie hasn't conceded. But after this first round of voting, it does appear Ward 4 council member Lewis-George is looking positioned to go on to November as the Democratic favorite to become D.C.'s next mayor. And in the district, U.S. delegate race to succeed the seat of Eleanor Holmes Norton, Robert White is leading by a significant margin ahead of opponent Brooke Pinto, who did concede already. In the Democratic race for at-large council member, D.C. Shadow Representative Owe Olelewa is leading the field with 34% of the vote. This race seems to be heading for at least another round, since none of the candidates are near the more than 50% threshold. And in the special election among independent candidates for a D.C. council seat, an at-large seat, former councilmember Alyssa Silverman is leading at 55%. She's ahead of Donnie Crawford, who was appointed to fill the position earlier this year. We have all the results from the election on our Fox Local app and fox5dc.com.
Meanwhile, today is the first day of early voting in Virginia. Early voting will continue until August 1st. Virginia voters will decide on the nominees for a U.S. Senate seat, a U.S. House seat, and several local offices as well. Primary election day is then on August 4th. Meanwhile, today is the last day for early voting in Maryland. Voters there deciding on their nominees for governor, a U.S. House seats as well, and local races. Maryland's primary day is then next Tuesday, June 23rd. And a citywide youth curfew now in effect in Laurel for kids under 18. The curfew is from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and runs through September 8th. Now, this does not apply when a child is with a parent or a legal guardian. Laurel's mayor says the goal of the curfew is to promote public safety and create a safe environment for young people. Our Melanie Onglok will have more in a live report at 4:30.
Hey, if you're planning on heading to the airport for the Juneteenth weekend holiday, get ready for some long lines. The TSA saying it's expected to see a lot of travelers between Thursday and Sunday. Actually, around 3 million people are expected to go through security each day this holiday weekend. The agency, though, they says they do believe the agents will be able to handle the rush.
We're now taking a live look at the National Harbor here at 4:05. It seems relatively dry out there, but depending on where you are, could be a slightly more damp start to your, is it Thursday?
It is Thursday. And also,
morning.
Taylor, you had warned of storms. How bad is it going to be today?
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a complete, widespread activity or something like that, but we will at least have the chance for some pop-up storms that could turn severe. So let's talk about this morning. It is warm and very humid out there. We're currently in the 70s. The humidity is going to be significantly higher for today as well. Mid 70s for most of you. So again, a little bit of a warmer start. We also have some wet roads out there. So heads up for the morning commute. We have seen at least some limited showers roll through the area this morning, mainly across North Maryland, though. Additional showers and some energy still off towards our west and northwest. Now we'll swing in a couple of showers this morning and then additional storms towards the afternoon. So something we're certainly watching closely. Going to be hot, humid outside of that. Here we go. Partly sunny with maybe a brief shower through midday. And then we're into the 90s. The sunshine could help fuel the threat for some storms that could turn severe by 5 o'clock. Afternoon high temperatures. This is what we're looking at. Again, 90s for most of you. And then the next couple of days will break this high heat. Today will be the worst of it. Tomorrow we could feature some morning showers. And if they linger a little bit longer, that's going to reduce the temperature throughout the day. So low 80s for tomorrow. And then we're dry and more comfortable throughout the weekend. Stephanie?
All right, Taylor, thank you. Let's head outside of the roadways. I want to tell you here about US 1. That is Richmond Highway northbound in Alexandria. It is closed due to a crash investigation involving a pedestrian at Fort Hunt Road. Please follow police direction there. Then we're going to move on over to I-395 southbound in Arlington. There's construction between Glebe Road and Virginia 236. This is Duke Street. Traffic getting by in the left lane only. No delays at this hour. And then I-95 southbound by the Aquia Harbor. There's construction between the Marine Corps Base exit and Virginia 610 with 630 and Courthouse Road. Also the lane closed there. 407 right now. We are checking in on other top stories this morning. The Suitland man accused of fatally stabbing a teen on Mother's Day weekend and just days before the teen's high school graduation is expected to appear in court today for a preliminary hearing. Police say 30-year-old Anforn Golden killed 17-year-old Amari Clark outside an apartment complex on St. Barnabas Road in Hillcrest Heights. Family members tell Fox 5 the suspect stole the teen's phone and shoes. Amari was a senior at Suitland High School.
And Montgomery County police have arrested the CEO of a CPR training business for allegedly raping a woman. They say 55-year-old Melesse Semegne sexually assaulted the victim at Finote Training Academy in Silver Spring on May 5th. He turned himself in this past Sunday and is now being held without bond. Semegne faces several charges, including second-degree rape and assault. Police say there could be more victims.
A former Glen Haven Elementary School teacher arrested after coming to the school and assaulting staff members while classes were still in progress. The school placing the school officials, that is, placing the school on an hour-long lockdown until officers captured Nadine Dogbo. Later, we'll have reaction from parents and students.
And a University of Maryland football player has been arrested and is now facing harassment charges. Dante Joyner was arrested on June 11th in Harford County. He's facing charges of telephone misuse and electronic communication harassment. Maryland Athletics tells Fox 5 that they are aware of Joyner's arrest and that they have no other comments at this time.
Police also have now arrested 4 people for a November shooting in Frederick, Maryland. Frederick County detectives, they worked with U.S. Marshals to track down the final suspect, your 21-year-old Carias Williams in Ocean City. The shooting put a man in the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. 2 other adults and a teenager are facing several charges, including attempted murder and home invasion. The Trump administration has until tomorrow to explain its future plans for the Kennedy Center, a federal judge demanding more answers after temporarily blocking a 2-year shutdown. The judge wants to know if officials still plan to move forward with the renovations. Days ago, a ruling removed President Trump's name from the building's facade, since only Congress has the power to make that change.
Well, the White House could fence off Lafayette Square permanently, which the Washington Post reports could effectively shut down the public park. The Secret Service has pushed for a permanent fence since the first Trump administration, but former White House officials call the park next to the White House an important symbol that should be open to the public.